My name is Rafael, you're watching Rock and Roll Garage, and today I'm gonna tell you how the incredible Swedish duo Roxette was formed and what is the meaning of their name, how they came up with that name. But first, please like the video, leave your comment below, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think, if you like them or not, which is your favorite song. So let's start. The duo was formed in 1986 in Sweden, and it was formed by Gessle and Mary Fredriksson, and becoming the following years one of the most successful duos in the planet. I mean, I think that Sweden is just an incredible musical country because I'm from Brazil, and I mean, if you're from the United States, for example, we're continental countries. Brazil is huge. And, a state in Brazil, it's just like a country in Europe in terms of size. And in terms of population, we have more than 200 million people here. And Sweden is a big country, but not as big as other countries like Brazil and the United States, for example. And the same things happen with the United Kingdom. And they're not big as other countries, but so many incredible things appear there. And it really fascinates me how many incredible bands the UK gave to the world, especially for rock and roll and pop, and how many great bands Sweden gave us. I mean, if you're Swedish, thank you for all the incredible bands you gave us, because so many great bands appeared in Sweden. And it's not a huge country like the United States that gave us also a great amount of bands, and that just fascinates me. But let's get to the point. I'm sorry for talking about something else, but I wanted to say that. So Gessle and Mary Fredriksson, how they became together, how they got together. But first, an interesting thing. They sold an estimated amount of more than 75 million records worldwide, and they're the second best-selling Swedish group of all time, because they were not only they didn't only had the chance to sell more than ABBA. ABBA is one of the most successful bands of all time, and ABBA sold more than 385 million records worldwide. So that's quite far. That's really another level of success. But I mean, 75 million albums, it's a lot. And Per and Mary, they first met each other in the late 70s. At the time, he fronted a band called Joyride, which was one of Sweden's most popular bands at the time. And she was a member of the less successful group called Stroll and the Mamas Barn. And in 1986, when both of them were focused on their solo careers, the record company EMI suggested that they should do something together. So that's how Roxette was formed. The record company suggested that both of them, you're two doing solo stuff, why don't you try to do something together? And it was the perfect fit. It was just incredible. And the interesting thing is that, we might see the name Roxette and say, oh, there must be a really deep meaning behind that. Is a word in Swedish or something like that? But no, it actually comes from a song. It was Gessle's idea, Per Gessle, the guitarist and also co-singer. It came from a song which was called exactly Roxette, from the British band Dr. Feelgood. And the track was originally featured on the 1974 album called Down by the Jetty. And it was written by the late guitarist Wilco Johnson. In an interview back in 2017 with Soul, Jazz and Funk, Wilco explained the meaning of that word, the meaning of Roxette. And he said that it was actually a girl's name, but she didn't exist. So he created the name because he wanted two syllables with the accent on the second syllable. And this is what he said. Funnily enough, I just wrote the song as a song, but no one peculiarity about it, certainly at that time, was that I had written the song using a proper name. I was writing this lyric and bang, there it was. It was obvious that the title, this hook line, was going to be this name. So what I wanted was a woman's name in 2 syllables with the accent on the 2nd syllable. I started walking around going, oh man, I need a name for this song. But what I had to do, funnily enough, was invent a name. So I walked around and around a bit more and invented this name, Roxette. It's funny. This name has gone on to become very, very popular. There must be 1 million dogs and cats given that name. Even, I believe, some unfortunate human beings have been given it. Of course, there was that Swedish band in the 80s called Roxette that got very successful. So at the time, I could walk around and go, well, Roxette's #1 again. And he laughed. It's such a silly song. It's not about anyone real. That's what Wilco said about the name Roxette. So it was taken from Dr. Feelgood title, the title of their song. And, you know, after Roxette was formed, her and Mary wrote a lot of incredible tracks, and obviously, you know, so many classic and great albums. If you look at it, I mean, in 1988, they skyrocketed to the top of the charts with Look Sharp, incredible album. Then in 1991, they released Joyride, another great album. And 1992, called Tourism, great album too. And Crash Boom Bang in 1994, great album. I mean, if you love rock and roll and you love pop, that 80s sound, they're just incredible. They're one of my favorite bands. And, you know, some of the biggest hits, It Must Have Been Love, Listen to Your Heart, The Look, Spending My Time, How Do You Do, what a great track. If you haven't heard How Do You Do, check it out. And, you know, they were active until 2019. And sadly, Mary passed away at the age of 61. She was battling cancer for 17 years. And in 2021, Per Gessle formed PG, which stands for Per Gessle, PG Roxette, which is his version of the band. And funny enough, and you know, kudos to him, you know, really cool that he continued. And he's not just interested in playing the old catalog. He released in 2022 under the name PG Roxette, Pop Up Dynamo, a new album, an original songs album, and it's great. And I hope he continues to do music, because he's certainly one of the greatest musicians of all time. And that's it. I hope you like these interesting informations about Roxette. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comment below, tell me what you think, and let's talk about it. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.